Here's the budgeting routine that I use that got my life all the way together, helped me pay off all my debt, helped me save, helped me buy a house, all of that. At the very beginning of each month or the day prior to the new month starting, I always sit down and plan out my entire month for all my money because I like to have a plan for every single dollar that I anticipate coming in. When you actually write down your plans and your goals for the upcoming month, it makes it way more likely that you'll actually hit those goals and it gives you something to work towards. Keep in mind that these monthly plans can change throughout the month and they probably will, and that's okay, but this is just a starting point for you. So basically, at the start of each new month, I sit down and have a meeting with myself. And within that meeting, I do my monthly overview budget for the entire month. And keep in mind, this is for my goals and the direction I want to go in. And then I have a calendar that I organize everything on. So in my monthly overview budget, I basically put my entire monthly income that I anticipate. And then I go through and I write down my debt and my savings goals. For my staples, aka my fixed expenses, I write down all of the bills that I have to pay that month. Any bills with due dates go here in this section. I total them up, I calculate the percent of income. Next, I go through my spending, and this is basically your variable expenses, your groceries, your gas, all of your monthly spending categories that you want to have. I include eating out in here, I include kids' activities in here, then I total it up, find the percentage of my income. These two numbers here get added together, and that is your total monthly expense amount. That gets subtracted from the income to get your leftover. The leftover gets allocated out into different savings. So I already have an emergency fund, but back in the day when I didn't, that was one of my savings categories. You can also have things like vacations, wedding, etc. These are essentially longer term goals, things that you know are coming in the future that you want to save for now. Once this is completed, you can move on to the calendar and you essentially write the month, all of your different check amounts projected. Go ahead and estimate on the low end just to be safe. Go through, number all the days, write all the checks on the days you'll be paid with the projected amount. Go through and write all of your bills on their due dates with the projected amount. And if you don't know how much that bill will be, like a water bill or electric, go ahead and estimate on the high side so that you're covered. You can then go through and highlight all of the checks and the bills that that check has to pay in the same color, and you can have like a color coordination system for yourself so you can tell which checks have to pay which bills. And that is the whole point of your calendar, so that you can see which checks are going to pay which bills. Once you get your monthly planning done, boom, pat yourself on the back because now you have a plan. Now on payday, you need to do a paycheck budget. This is your actual money coming in against your plan, right? And then also do your cash stuffing. So your paycheck budget should look very similar to your monthly overview budget, right? Except we are only paying the bills that are due this check. So you're going to have to reference your calendar to see which bills need to be paid this pay period and come and write them down in the staples section. Then from there, you can decide, what am I spending this check on? Groceries, gas, etc. Add those up, subtract them from your income, get your leftover, and plan out your savings. If you're doing cash stuffing, go ahead and pull all of your spending funds out of the bank and stuff them in your envelopes. I recommend you set up a separate bill checking account just for bills. That way you can send this money to that bill account. The bills will be paid from there, and have a high yield savings account or several for your different savings. This 3-step routine has changed my entire life, and it changed a lot of other people's lives too. A few tips. Number 1, make it a habit and make it a non-negotiable habit that you have to sit down and do this every month and then every check. It does not take that much time. It will become a part of your routine. You also have to learn how to have self-control. I cannot make you have self-control. Nobody can make you have self-control. You have to want it bad enough. Keep your plan handy and look at it throughout the month so that you can be reminded of your goals and reminded of why you're doing this and why you need to stick to your plan. And please understand that it is okay to mess up. Do not throw away all your progress just because you make a mistake or maybe you buy an impulse purchase that wasn't in your budget. That does not mean that your progress is gone. Just keep going and keep sticking to the plan from there. You are not going to be perfect. You are going to have to tweak this over time to fit your lifestyle, and that is okay. Overall, I want you to understand that you can do this. And if you do this consistently month over month, you will start to see results. This changed my entire life. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. You got this, friend.